Hello guys, this is the story of a D-rank non-combat raider who rises to become the greatest enemy of the gods themselves. Hope you enjoy it, and if you do, make sure to subscribe for daily content and hype this video so more people from our community can witness it. We see massive dragons soaring above the city, their shadows swallowing everything below. The city burns violently, reduced to ruins as it turns into a full-scale battlefield. Human corpses lie frozen in the snow, trampled by creatures resembling fallen warriors. These monsters have razor-sharp teeth, deadly claws, and the raw strength of elephants. Some are small yet frighteningly agile, others tower like mountains, built like unstoppable behemoths. One of the giants charges forward, gripping a massive log like a weapon of destruction. The city wall collapses on impact, concrete exploding and flying in every direction. Below, a terrified mother runs through the chaos, desperately holding her son. She notices debris flying toward them, throws her child away, and braces herself for the impact. The boy lands in the snow, saved by his mother's final instinct. But the mother is crushed beneath the falling concrete. The child desperately tries to free her, clawing at the rubble with trembling hands. But he is too weak, crying helplessly as a demon approaches them both. The mother begs her son to leave her behind and save himself. She pleads with him to run, believing that if one survives, it should be him. But it's already too late, the demon warrior has reached them. It growls deeply as it charges, ready to end their suffering. The mother turns back in terror at the monster behind her, and honestly, who wouldn't be afraid of that thing? Meanwhile, we see our MC standing atop a tall building, sword in hand, moments away from action. And jump into action he does, leaping off the building without hesitation. He lands beside the zombie warrior and slashes instantly. Before the monster can even process the MC's arrival, its neck is severed. There is no emotion on the monster's face as its story ends right there. Meanwhile, our MC's aura literally explodes, engulfed in roaring flames. With a single motion, he separates the monster's head and sends it flying through the air. The head lands beside the child still struggling to save his mother. Our MC casually says they should evacuate the area, because no one is enjoying this war zone. We see the mother saved and healed, lucky enough to live another day. The mother and son bow deeply, thanking the MC with tears in their eyes. They run toward safety as the child stares in awe at the black robes the MC wears. To be honest, the MC looks less like a hero and more like a corrupted warrior in black and red armor, but I guess a good heart matters more. He removes the hood of his cloak, a confident smirk forming on his face. Then he challenges the entire army of zombified creatures alone. Once again, the aura flares violently as a fireball forms in his hand, asking, "Shall we begin?" Enraged by his arrogance, the monsters roar and charge at him together. A hellhound-like creature is the first to taste the MC's fireballs. Engulfed in flames, it meets a brutal end. The impact sends the hound flying miles away. Unlike that brainless hound, the others choose to group up and attack together. One zombified warrior slashes at the MC, but he dodges effortlessly. He counters by blasting the monster's head with something straight out of Lucario's aura sphere. Damn, he obliterated it like it was nothing more than torn cloth. Yet somehow, these creatures still don't learn, as another charges straight at him. A blazing fire ends that monster's existence instantly. Our MC enters full flow state, ending lives and moving on without slowing down. He sends another hound flying with a devastating fire-coated punch. Then he turns his attention to the orc wielding the massive log. Our MC jumps high, taking to the air. He's about to end this orc's entire career with the next attack. Midair, he draws his flaming sword, no more fireballs, now it's personal. Jokes aside, he slices the orc into 5 pieces with a single strike, and honestly, he could retire and become a chef with skills like that. After defeating every monster in his path, the MC reaches a throne room where an old man sits waiting, and trust me, old guys in anime are never weak. Their eyes meet, both glowing with a mysterious golden light. But wait, did our MC really start with godlike power? No, to understand that, we need to go back in time. We are introduced to a world where raiders hunt demons to obtain powerful treasures. And of course, by doing so, they also protect humanity. Sure, the job is extremely dangerous, but nothing compares to the fame and recognition it brings. We see a famous raider surrounded by paparazzi, cameras flashing non-stop. Meanwhile, our MC sits alone in a dark, cramped room, watching all of this on his TV. The raider profession clearly excites people. Our young MC envies that life deeply. And he dreams of becoming a raider himself one day. We then see a man running desperately, like his life depends on it. Do you know when a raider's heart beats the fastest? Right before death. I mean, technically everyone's heart does, unless you die peacefully in your sleep, I guess. A beautiful young woman walks into the cafe, and for a second I thought she might be the mommy of this manhwa. If she was, I'd already be more invested. Nope, she's just a passerby, and our MC suddenly shouts, "Crazy bastard," at the top of his lungs, making the entire cafe stare at him. Our MC asks the agent sitting across from him if he's being treated like a meat shield. But to be fair, the agent is genuinely trying to help him, mainly because our MC is dirt poor, which was obvious from that depressing room earlier. It becomes painfully clear why our MC was offered this raid in the first place. He was invited to be the team's meat shield. Agent Young works for a raider agency and finds jobs for incompetent raiders like our MC. Our boy was genuinely excited when he first received Young's call. But after hearing the job details, hesitation kicks in, though beggars really can't be choosers. Our MC is told his role is to act as a shield in a raid filled with undead monsters. He's furious, wondering why this is the only job available when even people ranked below him get better offers. But the agent calmly reminds him that he already knows the reason. Yes, it's because our MC chose the martial arts class. Agent Young apologizes, but bluntly states that it doesn't change the fact that his class is the weakest. Magic users are the most desired raiders and always get priority. Meanwhile, martial artists are slow, inefficient, and constantly injured, basically dealt the worst hand possible. And that, my friends, is the harsh reality of this world. Compared to mages who deal damage safely from a distance, martial artists stand in front and take hits. Let's be honest, mages are clearly the superior choice among the classes. Things were different in the beginning, but the current market is completely dominated by mages. Our MC deeply regrets choosing martial arts, but crying about it won't change the past. He has to accept that these are the only jobs he'll ever be offered. Lost in thought, he reminisces about his past when he had excellent grades and entered Miles Academy. His aptitude for magic was an insane 97%. Seriously, what kind of decision-making led him away from that? Even the top mages back then only had around 92%. And it gets worse, because his martial arts aptitude was a pathetic 34%. At this point, he's basically the destroyer of his own future. There better be a good explanation for this, Mr. MC, but unfortunately. The truth is, he simply loved swinging his sword, training with it. And do you know why he chose the martial arts class? For no real reason. Yes, absolutely none, making him one of the dumbest MCs in manhwa history. Back then, society didn't view mages favorably, so he abandoned his talent just to fit in. To be fair, at that time mages only provided buffs while martial artists dealt real damage. But times changed, and now the situation is completely reversed. If he had chosen magic 11 years ago, he'd be living in luxury instead of crying in a dark apartment. We also learn that a raider's growth stops completely after the age of 20. While the MC dwells on his regrets, the agent reminds him that opportunities like this are rare. And that he has plenty of other desperate people willing to take the job. Once upon a time, our MC ranked at the very top of the mage class. Now he trembles in frustration. Reduced to a D-rank martial artist raider. Moral of the story, kids, build a career around what you're good at, not what society pressures you into. Our MC is furious at his present reality. In the end, he reluctantly agrees to take the job. We see both our MC and Agent Jung sitting in silence for a brief moment. Our MC agrees, saying he already knew from the start that he had no choice, because in this world, you can't survive by choosing safe jobs. The agent smiles brightly, motivating our MC and assuring him that he made the right decision. He reminds our boy not to be late for work, because apparently even monster-filled worlds follow corporate rules. The agent mentions that he'll also be at the site since he has business there. Both of them agree to meet at the location the next day, and honestly, this is not looking good for our MC because bro is definitely being used as a meat shield. The next day, we see a group of raiders standing in a dense forest, with a portal open inside the trunk of a massive tree. Our MC is there too, shield and sword in hand, standing casually while lost in his own thoughts. The meeting time has long passed, yet the agent still hasn't arrived, and our MC is clearly annoyed. He scoffs, thinking the agent should have informed him beforehand if he wasn't going to show up. Tired of waiting, our MC shifts his gaze towards someone sitting across from him. He starts questioning the agent's management skills, because being late never leaves a good impression, bro judging like my mother over a single mistake. Looking closer, our MC recognizes the man as an A-rank mage. He wonders why someone of that status would be working with an agency, since they usually belong to high-paying guilds. Honestly, I agree with our MC here. If I were an A-rank mage, I'd be somewhere way better. We see the mage surrounded by a terrifying red aura. He mutters the words, "Useless bastard." Just then, someone calls out to our MC. Another martial artist approaches, clearly happy to see him again. The guy introduces himself as Myungo, but honestly, I'll just call him Iron Shield Guy because that armor looks unbreakable. He says he's also participating in this raid. He goes on about how there are no jobs for martial artists except places like this, complaining that kids today don't understand how cool their class really is and what's so special about shooting fireballs from the back. I mean, bro, shooting fireballs from the back is literally peak life goals. At least our MC stays realistic, knowing they're about to starve without work. Iron Shield Guy is completely fired up, telling our MC to give it his all so they can party afterward. Our MC agrees with the dullest "yeah, sure" ever recorded in history. And then Iron Shield Guy casually adds that he's broke right now and already paid last time, so our MC will have to cover the drinks. Bro, look at our MC, he doesn't even have proper armor, while the guy in full iron gear says he's broke. But hey, friendship, I guess, because our MC agrees with a faint smile. Honestly, I bet Iron Shield Guy is joking. He looks like a genuine friend. He looks back at our MC and says fine, he'll pay one last time. Yeah, our MC is emitting that strong, I'm poor aura. Our MC feels bad about always owing favors, but internally he's calling the guy a naive old man, because bro knows how to play the broke card perfectly. Suddenly, a man in a black suit, probably an agent, calls everyone to gather at the dungeon entrance. He tells everyone to prepare, as they'll be entering the portal in 30 minutes. The martial artists all look miserable, and honestly, who wouldn't when your job is fighting monsters up close? With that, Iron Shield Guy says he needs to get ready and takes his leave. Our MC is left alone again, staring at his phone while waiting for Agent Jung's call. He's so focused on that phone like his life depends on it. We're told that when entering a dungeon, raiders must always pay attention to two things. The first is when they get unexpectedly lucky. Because luck excites raiders and lowers their guard. And just when they stop thinking rationally, the dungeon tests them, as we see two adventurers happily finding a chest, only for it to be a monster that drags them inside with massive tentacles, falling for the oldest trick ever. the second rule is something we don't get to hear. Because our MC suddenly gets called out. Iron Shield Guy scolds him for staring at his phone again, speaking like a true boomer. He asks if our MC does this every time before entering a dungeon, joking that maybe there's a picture of his girlfriend on it. Bro is broke, what girlfriend would even stick around? Our MC scoffs at the accusation, saying it's nothing. We don't see what's on his phone yet, but I guarantee it's not a girlfriend. Our MC smiles faintly while looking at the screen, his eyes filled with a quiet hope. It's a photo of him with his mother, promising her that he'll come back to see her. Okay, now I feel bad for clowning on him earlier. He starts walking toward the dungeon, where everyone has already gathered. And that's where this part ends, so stay tuned for the next one, because once we enter the dungeon, things are about to get brutal, with insane battles and probably some deaths too.